Hello everyone, my name is Bree and welcome to Documented Journey. Today's video is going to be all about this sketchbook right here. I'm going to first talk about the outside and how it was constructed, and then I will open up the pages. So on the outside, as far as the stickers are concerned, some things I were gifted, so I don't know exactly where those come from. Some are mine, and then this is by Ryalls, and this is by Studio Katie. I'll have these guys linked in the description box below. This is Lee Ellickson. This is Anna from Anna, and this is Goulet Pen, Studio Katie. I don't know about these three. So that is where I got my stickers. I was asked at one point how I create my sticker collage, or how do I know what stickers to pick. To be honest, sometimes I go on a theme of color. Obviously, I did not do that here. Here, I actually just had my daughter pick stickers, and then we placed them on kind of like in a way that they kind of matched and went together. I did the same on the back as well. I just try to fit them into the space provided around the other one. So that is how I chose my stickers for this one. As for the construction of the notebook, this is made with Hanamule bamboo paper. It's mixed media paper, and I did a Coptic stitch binding on it. It has 6 signatures, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yep, 6 signatures, and the Coptic stitch is a binding that lies flat. So if I open up to the first page, I used mainly watercolor and ballpoint pen in this whole book. This page actually was a challenge that I did over on Instagram. Sometimes I post these challenges on Instagram. For the most part, I was kind of doing a test on them to see if I could pull them over to my Patreon and then us do a sketchbook club, which has been working out, and I've been really enjoying that part of my Patreon. This, I'm just practicing trees and different techniques. This is actually done with a Tombow, I think, all these marks and stuff, or maybe it was over a Tombow. Just a bouquet of flowers, ballpoint pen, and watercolor. This was pulled from Map Crunch. Sometimes I do things like this. If I'm just like wanting something to draw and I don't really know what, I will go to Map Crunch. Sketches of my old house in Colorado, just for memory keeping purposes. This is the last sketch that I did with my sketch walk group in Colorado. I love them, miss them, and I will always cherish these pages. This is also part of the sketch walk group. And then I was actually gifted this tin of watercolors before I left, so I documented all that. This is from Still Here, Still Life. They are a feed on Instagram that you can just pull inspiration from. This is the house and the kids before we left in Colorado. Everything was packed up. Everything was pretty much ready to go except for the main items, like their beds on the floor, things like that. This was their bedroom. I did this with my son, and I followed along with Katie Moody's video that she had on a Patreon. Same with this. This was another Katie Moody's Patreon paint-along or something like that. I don't utilize all the materials that she uses. I did try colored pencil in this, and I just did not like it very much. But I see the texture, and I see why people do like it. This is part of Kat Ryalls' sketchbook class, and so she does a lot on color theory and how to blend colors and how to mix colors and things like that. Hugely recommend if you ever want any kind of information on color theory, she's your gal. She even posts stuff here on YouTube. But this was one of her paint along or kind of like follow along with me. Same with this. This was another one of her lessons in the class. I obviously use ballpoint pen. She does not. This was a lesson that I did for my patrons, and this was also a lesson I did for my patrons that I did with my kids. That was really fun. I started sketching this from my backyard, and I didn't get very far and I stopped, and that's okay. Just me practicing for my focuses on my Patreon. So like I said earlier about this page right here, this challenge, I transitioned them onto Patreon and now do monthly challenges with the leaves tier. And really it's just a sketchbooking club. So we pick a focus for the month and then we fill up sketchbook pages focusing on that subject. And then we come together at the end of the month. That's what this is. We do a live Zoom and we sketch and paint together. And this was, I guess this month was November, we did fruit. And this was the Zoom fruit meetup. It says that I did this avocado in 2 minutes. And then I went back into it with ballpoint pen. I did this in 3 minutes, then went back into it with ballpoint pen. So the ballpoint pen was added after, and I didn't time that part. And then this lemon was 6 minutes, and I ended up adding ballpoint pen later, and really enjoying this page is what the little notes say. This was also a 15-minute study during the live Patreon meetup, and I did not put ballpoint pen to this one. So whatever you see here is what I got finished in the class. This was another study with Kat and in her sketchbook journey class. I'll have that listed in the description box for you. So this was the sketch that we did together. I, of course, added ballpoint pen, but then after that, I started seeing woodpeckers in my yard. So I started to do some research on different types of woodpeckers, and I did not realize that this ivory-billed woodpecker is actually extinct or on the verge of being extinct. So I did some research on that, and I started painting a lot of woodpeckers. This is a page that you saw me paint on here, and kind of like a way to finish up my sketchbook. I love that page. Same with this. There's no watercolor on here. This is ballpoint pen and fountain pen ink. The fountain pen ink that I like to use in my fountain pens is carbon black ink. This is another one that I'm just kind of playing with sketching in different layers and things like that. And these are the last 2 pages, and I love this one so much. I really kind of want to do something with this. May it be a postcard, a sticker. Same with this. I really like this as well. Sunflowers have been like my thing lately. I've been sketching them a lot and making them in large pieces. I'll have to show you that sometime. But this is my sketchbook flip through. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that there are more to come. Like I said in my last video, I do have just a few more pages left in my Stillman and Burn, and so I cannot wait to not only finish some pages with you in the back here, and then also do a sketchbook flip of this. I think this is going to be the next one. And I know that you all decided on which sketchbook that I'm going to use for next time, or to replace this sketchbook, and I cannot wait to share that with you very, very soon. So stay tuned, and until next time, everybody, I'll see ya.